Okay, Tracy, are you ready to go?
Good morning, I'm ready.
Good morning. Thank you. All right. Good morning, everyone. My name is Harris Adams. I'm the administrative law judge assigned to hear proceeding number 10A-842R. This matter comes on for a pre-hearing conference pursuant to decision R250094I. We can start with entries of appearance.
Sure, Your Honor. My name is Dan Harvey on behalf of the City of Commerce City. Also present from the city is Mike McGoldrick, who's CIP manager for the city. Good morning.
Good morning.
Greg Carson for the Colorado Department of Transportation, Your Honor.
Morning.
Good morning.
Looks like we are not joined by Union Pacific. Okay. Well, I'd hope to see a more granular analysis of the steps we have to get through to get this thing done one way or another, and didn't see anything get filed, so I set us up another pre-hearing conference to talk some more. I would I guess I'll start with the joint status report that was the most recently filed. There was some information attached to that as far as affecting timing, identified as tasks. And so I've got a few questions kind of go through for some of these and see what we can find out about timing and what's going on.
Sure.
So I guess the first question I had is at task number 3 is talking about a diagnostic, which is something that's done in advance of applications being filed. And I wanted to find out from the parties more about the what the need might be for that. The 2023 amendment to the application seems to me that plans and specifications were approved. And so what is the need and purpose for the diagnostic described as task number 3?
Sure. So my understanding is that, from my understanding, that there has already been some kind of back and forth about initial review, and that's why it notes that we haven't allowed for additional reviews, as previous comments have been minor. In terms of kind of the logistics of the diagnostic review, I guess if I could refer to you, Mike McGoldrick.
Certainly, Mike McGoldrick, I'm the CIP manager at Commerce City. Yes, the PUC approved our plans, but then further review from the Union Pacific brought up some additional issues. And so we've addressed those and now need to get them back to the PUC for their review, as well as Union Pacific for their final review. So that's why we've have additional time of 90 days, Your Honor.
What are the nature of those modifications that Union Pacific has identified?
I'm not certain of the exact details, sir. They are largely technical issues regarding timing of the actual signal operations. to get you some more information, but I don't have it at my fingertips at the moment.
Well, it seems like it, I'm trying to get this thing done, and it seems like 90 days for some very technical modifications seems like we're starting off on a slow pace.
And I would just note too that each of this time frames are somewhat conservative just to make sure. I mean, it's possible that we're going to complete these tasks sooner. But this is kind of a realistic assessment that allows so that we don't have to come back to the PUC to seek additional time as well.
Well, my anticipation at this point is we're not going to do a big goodbye. We'll see you in a year and what's happening. So I think I'd like to have the most realistic estimates we can get in there. Perhaps not conservative. Perhaps let's get some effort behind this thing and get it moving. And so it would be I guess what I'd do is perhaps we'll have a status report filing identifying those modifications. And then I can review those with the advisor.
Is this specific to task 3, Your Honor?
Yes,
Okay.
that'll be the first one. And okay, then I'll confess I didn't go deep into the history of this case, but what are tasks 4, 5, and 6? And are they complete? I assume they exist because we next have 7.
Yeah, and I would just go ahead, Mike.
Would you like me to speak to this? Certainly. We broke these tasks and I thought we had included a full Gantt chart, the schedule chart, but if that was not included, I apologize. But we just have task 4 is the UPRR approval of the plans. Task 5 is the PUC approval of the plans. So those are one day. We're just
I got you.
in there.
Okay, and I do see the chart you're referring
Okay.
Yeah.
to. All right. So then looking to task number 7 for signal design. It's my understanding that the railroad signals have already been designed and installed. Is that accurate?
I don't believe that is accurate, sir. I believe that there are some changes that need to be done as part of this project.
And I presume we don't have the specifics of what's needing to be changed there.
That's correct. The design will be done, produced and done by Union Pacific. And the time frame they gave us was the 120 calendar days, which is why we've included that.
Okay, and then I think I'll go to one more. The CDOT review indicated it's task 10. Again, my understanding is a Q cutter signal was already constructed. Is that accurate?
The mast arm and signal heads are in, but sort of the guts of the controller and connections have not been installed. That's really what we're trying to get done.
Okay. And that's the timing issues?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I think what that will get us a start on the timing. Frankly, I'm not going to get into well, let me look at something else further. Let's do one more. Task 17. It's calling for a revised C&M agreement. And that actually was supposed to be done quite some time ago. Based on the most recent amendment to the application. What's the status of getting that complete?
The status and why it's scheduled to begin, I believe, when do we have it scheduled for? Not till August of this year, is we need to get some more details to the time and cost estimate of this project to be agreed upon between the three entities, UPRR, Commerce City, and CDOT. And we've allowed time after the plans are completed, so we have all that information. We've allowed 90 days to process through the three entities for their approval. Now, our board, our council, and the other two entities.
Okay. All right. I'm going to I'll go off camera just briefly for a moment. I'll be back momentarily. Okay. So I think chronologically that's going to get me far enough right now. I'll put out a decision looking for status report supplementing the information with more specifics as to the information that's needing to change in the application further, and as that approval process continues. And then I'll set another pre-hearing conference late May, perhaps maybe early June. And hopefully then UP might be able to join us as well. and we'll get the next bite out of the apple. Anything further we need to address today?
Well, just so we know, what will be the time frame on providing more specifics?
It will it'll probably be about 3 weeks.
Anyways.
I got to look at some scheduling on my side, frankly, but that's what I'm thinking. And then 4 to 6 weeks, we'll have another pre-hearing conference where we'll have that information, and I can review that with an advisor in advance of the next pre-hearing conference.
Okay, and Mike, is that a feasible time frame? Just to double check.
Yes, I think that's a reasonable time frame. We can probably begin to develop some more specifics before we get any, further information from the judge, and we can further respond when we get that. I don't think that's a problem to turn around in that time frame.
Okay.
Great. All right. Well, I thank you for your participation today, those that joined us, and anything further we need to address.
I think that should do it.
All right. Thank you very much. Wish you a good day, and we'll be in touch.
All right.
Thank
Have a good one.